Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to the Balkan War, or I should say the first Balkan War here. We are going to be playing as the Balkan League, and that is going to be Montenegro, Serbia, and Bulgaria, as well as Greece down here. Now, for those of you that are not familiar or unfamiliar with the Balkan War, or the first Balkan War, this is when these nations decided to wrest control of the Balkans from the Ottoman Empire. It did end up in a victory for the nations we see here. However, it ended in a second war known as the Second Balkan War. That's right, between Bulgaria and the rest of the nations. Now, what we're going to be doing today is starting episode 1 here of this conflict. And interestingly enough, and I'm not sure why this is, perhaps somebody can let us know in the comments, Montenegro was the first to strike. The smallest of all of the countries, that's right, the smallest one, the little brother of the Balkans, was the first to actually initiate an attack against the Ottoman Empire. Once Montenegro attacked, the rest joined in, but not before getting themselves properly positioned. And that's exactly what's happening over here with our Serbian friends. We're getting them into position just to make sure that we, of course, are prepared once the fighting begins. As you can see right now, these countries are not currently at war with the Ottomans. Only Montenegro is. We need to make that happen ourselves. Now, I want to make this a little more interesting. There was a time when we played War in the East, or I believe actually it was War in the West. No, it was War in the East. And I allowed the viewers to go ahead and name their own units. And, of course, in certain cases, not in all, I allowed them to let me know if they wanted their units to be defensive, moderate, or aggressive. So if you would like to be named after, or one of these brigades, regiments, or divisions named after yourself, all I ask is that you put the country that you would like to be named after, or the country that you would like your unit to be named in, I should say. And then, of course, below that, let me know the name you would like, and we'll see if we can't make it happen. For members and things like that, I'm absolutely willing to give you guys HQ names so that you're commanding entire armies. And in fact, for channel members, I will let you decide the course of action for the unit, whether we go south, west, east, or whether we stay put and dig in defensively, or whether we try to cut behind the enemy line, etc. So keep that in mind, and it does really help the channel, so I love it when people do it. That being said, we are, of course, just getting on the front line right now. I'm getting prepared. My main target is going to be the city of Adrianople right there. If we could take Adrianople, I think we can actually really scare the Ottomans, but we can't just directly take the city. You know, this is going to take some time, and currently we're just getting into position. A lot of people would call this sort of the precursor, and the Russian Civil War as well, sort of the precursor to World War I. And that would be true. Everybody talks about how bloody the Balkans are, and this is one great example of just how bloody they did become. Here we go. Just giving Stepanovic into a decent location. Did we move our Greeks? We did indeed, although I want that artillery a bit closer. And the beauty of the Greeks is they've got this incredible navy. So I want to bring that navy to bear. Although I'm thinking one thing that we can really do to take away a lot of control from the Ottomans and lower their fighting spirit, which is going to be a huge goal, is we can try to drop some units off on these smaller islands, amphibious assault units, essentially. And if we could take those smaller islands from the Ottomans, it's going to cause them a real loss of fighting spirit. So here we go. So far, so good. Let's end that turn. I don't believe that our other armies are going to react on this first turn. I doubt it. But perhaps on this second turn, and the Ottomans are certainly starting to notice, hey, wait a minute, something's not right here. And they are beginning to get concerned, to say the least. We actually didn't move Kolashin, or the troops in Kolashin. We should have started moving them north, east and north to grab those positions from the Ottomans. But we'll have some time to do that given a few turns. So here we go. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to take Bienelope. And I want to see, yeah, the odds are not in our favor there. And they won't be in our favor here either. So all I'm going to do with our coastal division is go ahead and reinforce them. And I know it's risky. I know we're going to probably lose troops. Damn it, I thought we would at least take out one of them. In that case, we're going to put our partisans over here. And really, our partisans should be moving deeper into the country to cause more havoc. But as you can see, nothing yet. Things are still preparing. And I'm just going to move our navy into place. I sort of want to use them to blockade any Ottoman ships from heading west and supporting the Ottomans over here defending against the Greeks. We don't want that happening if we can help it. As always, if you want this episodic series to continue, I'd ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, that really is what determines whether I continue with this series, is whether we have enough eyes on it and enough interest in it. And there we go. Serbia has declared war. Bulgaria has declared war. And Greece has declared war, guys. The Ottoman Empire signs the Treaty of Ushi, ending the war with Italy. Let's do it, and here we go. This is when things get interesting, and as you can see, the most valuable contribution Greece can offer to this war is our navy, equipped with a modern cruiser, the Gorgios Avarov. It is believed that our fleet is a match for the Ottoman fleet, I don't think so, which is primarily composed of older vessels. The navy's primary objective should be the blockade of Ottoman ports, as this will prevent them from transporting reinforcements to the front line by sea. Additionally, a campaign to seize the islands of the Aegean by conducting amphibious invasions is advised, as every island capture will further weaken Ottoman fighting spirit and raise the prestige of Greek arms abroad. All right, beautiful. Also got some additional Greek troops, but these are primarily just going to be defensive troops, whereas the rest of them on the front line here are going to be offensive troops. And we want to immediately start pushing forward and engaging where we can. You see, the Ottoman troops right here are quite weak. And we want to do everything we can to break them before they get reinforcements. It might seem like we have the advantage early in the war, and that would be true. But given time, and again, given time, that's not going to be the case anymore. And the Ottomans will get reinforcements and will do quite well against us. There we go. Can we get another attack here and destroy that unit? Yes! Oh man, that's awesome. If only we could send one of our infantry units right through there to take that position. Unfortunately, they are far too tired, and they've done enough work as is. I'm going to continue the strikes. I'm going to use this unit to grab the border towns, and I'll actually use the 2nd Division to grab that border town with the goal of heading inwards. Now, with the cavalry, look at this. Oh, yeah. Not bad. So I'm trying to trap this group right here as best I can. I think it will greatly help us. We should also move that artillery closer. Let's do it. Okay, so now, of course, our Serbian troops. And what I'm going to try to do, I'd like these two armies to meet somewhere over here in Mitrovica or Ipek. I think it's going to help us out tremendously. And I'll actually just take our unit right here, the Eastern Division of Montenegro, and take Plevli right there. I really want to return them to the front line over here with the Ottoman Turks. Let's push through. Novi Bazar is our target. Not bad so far, man. If we can get one more unit here, we might be able completely destroy that unit, or at least move them back. And I'm going to send in, I usually would use the cavalry to flank the enemy, but in this case, I'm just going to send them in to strike and shatter the 20th Ottoman Division. And let's go towards Ipek over here and just see how much land we can uncover. I want to move this unit down as well. Now, I believe we can use them entrench. No, we cannot use the rails. That's a shame. Okay. It's all right, though. And I'll bring this fellow down as well. Eventually, he will become part of this fighting force. In the meantime, let's head southwest. I'm just seeing what the Turks have in store for us. And you can see they do have built up defenses. So they may have anticipated this conflict. Again, my knowledge of the First Balkan War is so limited. It's not even funny. It really is so limited. It's one of the, I guess, causative factors of why there was so much division later on in the Balkans, in places like Yugoslavia, which is what this ultimately became. So I know that there's definitely a historical precedent here. And right now we're just using our troops to cut through and kind of see what the Turks have, what they have unguarded, and what we can take quickly. But I think the main line of offense is going to be right here, guys, near Adrianople. As you can see, I'm not going to attack there. We wouldn't do well anyway. Now, what I might do, look at that, going straight for the enemy artillery. And I'd love to cut through here and cut off some of the enemy rail, but they're still getting plenty of supplies from Constantinople. So I think that would be an exercise in futility. And there we go. We shattered the 1st Artillery Division there. A pretty nice start, but we need to make sure the Ottomans don't counterattack. So I'm going to start sending our men in. Of course, we want that artillery close by. And as you can see, they've got quite a good defensive line here. I want to get closer with the cavalry just to see what they've got, but I think it's going to be safer for us to approach like this. Not bad. We should have probably just gone straight for it, but you take a huge risk doing that. Could have ended badly for us. And let's move our Bulgarian general southwards. Want to make sure we're not forgetting anybody. Going to reinforce this division that took quite a few nasty blows. And I think we're just going to hold out with our Montenegrins. We're not going to do much with them for now. What about over here? All right, we do have some enemy contact, and unfortunately, they're a lot stronger here, although there aren't many of them here in the 23rd Division, which may give us an opportunity to break through. Now, if we head over here, we will be engaging with the Ottoman Navy. The goal is, of course, to try and blockade these ports. That's really the big thing. So I'm going to head to Mudros and start bombarding it, and I'll let the Ottoman Navy come to us. I was worried about that. We actually end up taking a little more damage than we expected. They've got some naval guns there. We want to try and get rid of them. And look at that, an Ottoman destroyer almost missed him. Want to try to trap him in here as much as I can. Oh, nice. Okay, massive Ottoman dreadnought there. That's going to be a problem to deal with, but we actually managed to do a little bit of damage to it. Our destroyer was not completely wasted. So far, so good. And look, we can actually move into the Servia area. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to push forward and try and trap as many troops as I can here. I'd love to have additional troops, but I think that's going to be all she wrote for those troops for now. Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything. Nope. Some bombardments. Nope. Next turn only. Let's end it, boys. End it and send it. The signing of a peace treaty with Italy improves Ottoman fighting spirit. That's not good for us, and it also looks like it's getting really rainy. Not something I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be a quantity over quality issue here. So instead of going for the enemy's bigger ships, I'm actually going to be targeting their destroyers mostly. Even torpedo boats, man, they are just stopping at nothing to deal damage to us. All right, good to see they're falling back there. I like that. We're going to have to get that fellow back to port for some repairs. And it looks like some additional Ottoman reinforcements over there against our Montenegrin group. The mobilization of such a great portion of our manpower for service in this war will exert a heavy cost on the economies of the Balkan League. While this is worthwhile burden to bear in the name of liberating our ancient territories, maintaining the public support will become more difficult the longer the war continues. Serbia, Bulgaria, and Greece will each lose 75 fighting spirit points and Montenegro 25 each turn from November 1st, 1912. Man, so we need to win this war quickly. Our people are not happy with this. They're happy that we're retaking territory, but at what cost, right? That's the real question. So I'm going to do everything I can here to just cut the Ottomans off. Continue moving south with our Serbs. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken there, we've got some additional Serbian troops that have just rallied. Going to be bringing them down to assist with the Montenegrin war effort. Again, maxing this unit out as much as we can. And you know what? I'm going for it. Damn, they are good at defense. I knew that we were going to take more losses than they would, but I thought we would at least deal some damage there. Let's see what we're working with. You know what? They're pretty weak over here near Skopje, and taking Skopje would be a huge win. So first, I want to see if I can bombard it. That's right. We've got bombers in 1912. And I'm going to try to move in here and boom, destroying the Ottoman 19th Division. Every single bit helps in this particular conflict. Every single division destroyed helps hugely. Let's move a little bit closer there with the HQ. Make sure that our general is having tea in Sernagoya. And we'll move south with additional forces too. And let's take our Bulgarian troops and start heading east. Taking Basha will increase the war effort, so I will take it. But I'm sure, and there it is, they're going to have defenders the deeper we go. Over here, we could also go for Smolyan. I'm kind of trying to split the Ottoman forces in two, but it could be a waste because if they end up having strong defenses here, sending one unit isn't going to make much of a difference, right? So I'm going to do that. Just see just how far we can get. Same over here. Yep, that's what I was worried about. However, we'll go for the attack, and we'll actually next turn swing back with the 2nd Thracians and take Kirjali. Now with the cavalry unit, well, first let's see what we can do just with the infantry. I'm going to strike that enemy in Demotica. Oh boy, look at that. Sending our cavalry through to cut as much as we can here. However, like I said, they're still getting plenty of supplies from Constantinople, so I don't anticipate that we're actually making a huge difference there, although we could be. I'm just kind of weasel my way down over here to see if we can't catch a few of them off guard. Send the bombers through. Nope, that's not going to look good. And again, taking Kirkilsi would really lower Ottoman fighting spirit. So I'd love to take it, but again, easier said than done. For now, I am going to focus my attacks there on the general here defending Adrianople, Sukru Pasha. I'm going to send in another unit. And Man, we could almost get in there this turn and destroy them, but not quite. Feel bad for our Bulgarians because I feel like they're off to a good start, but not quite good enough. Nice. Every attack counts, right? Every single attack counts. So let's focus on the naval warfare now. I told you guys I'm going to focus on those destroyers. And I wasn't kidding. Like I said, I anticipated the Greek Navy wouldn't be that great, and I think I was right. They're having a lot of trouble here, just taking on a light cruiser. And that's not good. That's not a good sign at all. I am going to escape back to port and try and get some emergency repairs going here. We're actually heading back with the Gorgios Avarov, which, by the way, it's our flagship, right? So that lets us know the current situation, as it were, where I was pretty sure that the Greek Navy wasn't going to make much of a difference, and I think I stand by that. I think the best thing we can do is use them as a harassing force so that they don't send any troop carriers over here. That's kind of the best. For now, though, with the Greek troops, we're going to try and take out some Ottoman generals. Hassan Pasha destroyed, guys. Beautiful. And we're moving there into Serbia. Not Serbia, Serbia. And I am chasing down the remnants of that Ottoman force. This is like a Greek wet dream. It really is. Let's keep attacking. Any of our Greek subscribers can attest to that, and any of our Turkish subscribers can attest to the exact opposite. There we go. I'm going to continue that assault. But I am going to put a unit there just to defend our current gains. I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, though. There is an undo button, but I haven't played Strategic Command in ages. Now, we could take some fighting spirit by taking that location, but I'd actually rather continue the assault over here. And we will bring additional forces to the front line, too. We could order a forced march, but I don't think we'll do that. Just making sure we've done everything we can. So actually, with our Bulgarians and our Greeks, we could get an additional unit. I'd like to get a Greek division. Let's do it. We're going to purchase one Greek division. And maybe a Bulgarian division as well. Serb detachment? No, I think we'll hold out. Let's end that turn. I knew things were going to get dicey over here in the Aegean. And yep, they just destroyed one of our ships. 700 fighting spirit. I mean, that's huge. And this was my concern with the Greek Navy. Torpedo boats coming in, striking every which way. It's looking pretty rough for our Navy. However, on land, we seem to be making some pretty good gains. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments how the war effort is going so far in your eyes. Gonna have to get that destroyer out of there as well. In fact, a few of these destroyers are gonna have to head back before they inevitably sink. And that's the Hydra there, guys. Our pre-dreadnought. It's a big loss. It really is. That being said, I want to thank you again for stopping by this series. And if you want to see more of it, you know what you've got to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's continue the First Balkan War. Let's make it a long series and finish it up with a victory. And thank you again, guys, for being members of the channel. Share with your friends. Share with people that you think might enjoy strategy or turn-based strategy. Again, we do a very, very niche, super niche focus here on this channel. And so, you know, the more the merrier, really. I can't stress that enough. Again, if you become members, you are eligible for free keys, and you're also eligible to name whoever the hell you want in battles like this, as an example. Again, thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one.